Is Calpe all about IFAC? Let's find out!
I came here in 1981 for a birthday party and I just didn't go home.
5 years ago we fell in love with each other.
Yes. Much later.
Most of people dream about flying, and it is possible with flypod Calpe. Very good fusion between old and young.
Peñón de IFAC is often referred to as a symbol of the Costa Blanca. Calpe is divided by salt marsh that you can see over there and wonderful sandy beaches. Calpe has 22,000 inhabitants and there are almost as many foreigners living here as Spanish. The majority of the expats living here are English. Let's visit one of them.
My parents bought some land and built a house out here in '68. I, on an independent decision, went to Madrid in '69, worked in different parts of Spain, and then decided I hadn't had any real holidays for years and decided to stop in Calpe at the end of '79. Then decided that here there was a need for a business to help the non-Spanish, the mainly English-speaking people that were here, and I set up my own interpreting business. From that, it led on to studying Spanish law at Spanish Open University, and here I am now having a Spanish qualification, which I think is pretty rare among the only non-Spanish lawyers practicing on the Costa Blanca.
How did you see Calpe changing over the years?
Well, if you go back to '69, there wasn't a promenade, there wasn't a dual carriageway, the road out there was a dirt track, and so it's changed considerably since then, and it's grown a lot, obviously. We specialize here in the office in doing conveyancing for people who are either buying or selling property here, and help them through the whole process of then arranging their tax returns, whether they're resident or non-resident. We do wills for them. We don't defend drug dealers and criminals and people like that. You won't see any of those in the office. I think Calpe has a lot to offer lots of people. It has an incredible climate. That was one of the reasons my parents chose to come here. My sister was an asthmatic, and it was decreed by the World Health Organization that this little area of the Costa Blanca had the best climate because it has the least severe changes in temperature. We have a wonderful Casa de Cultura showing films. There are some even the original version. They've even started having the occasional opera and things like that. So I think for a small town, it's got a lot to offer.
You're French. Why are you here?
I wanted to change my life, and before where I lived, we don't have the sea and sand. Most of people dream about flying, and it is possible with flypod Calpe. This is a flyboard. We need to connect a tube for flying here, and we have 18 meters of tube. And the last part of the tube is connect on the jet ski.
So Nicholas, it's my movement that controls the flyboard.
Yes.
Try this, it's fantastic. Love it.
Gracias al clima de Calpe y la tranquilidad, que es un pueblo marinero, un pueblo que hoy en día ya se ha hecho grande, que cuenta con todos los servicios. Mi familia y yo vinimos cuando yo era muy pequeñito. Mis padres toda la vida han sido restauradores. Es por eso que yo, a pesar de mis estudios de delineación, me he dedicado a la hostelería, porque es un trabajo que me gusta y me llena mucho. Tenemos por costumbre el género fresco y de primera calidad. Tenemos unas vistas las mejores de Calpe. Aparte de las vistas de los barcos, que son muy bonitos, tenemos el peñón aquí al lado.
Let's visit the ancient old town. In medieval times, Calpe was surrounded by a thick wall protecting the villagers, and they were able to enter the city only through one single gate. At that time, Calpe had to face many Moorish attacks. Once the battles between Christians and Moors ended, they lived peacefully ever after. However, the walls still protected the villagers from the pirate attacks up to the 18th century. Nowadays, these tumultuous times are remembered by the fiestas of Moros and Cristianos. The town center is home to many museums and a beautiful old church, which is the only remaining example of Mudéjar Gothic architecture within Valencian area. Now, let's learn some Spanish.
When the people come to Spain, it's very important that the people can speak a little bit Spanish for relations with the people or for the shops. So when they need to go to the doctor, it's very important. And we try to help them with this, because our lessons are very funny, are not boring grammar lessons. The more important for us is the system one-to-one. We have other option, who is little groups, since 2 to 6 persons, and in these groups the more important is the conversation.
My 2 little girls go to Spanish school, and they sit in the back of the car now talking in Spanish, so I need to learn how to speak Spanish.
We have lessons too through Skype.
Hola, Sofía, ¿cómo estás? Ok, muy bien.
A lot of years we come here in summer. We decided in 2012 open our own school. When we are working, usually we work in the morning, and in the afternoon when we finish to work, it's like if we are all the year in holidays, because we can go to the beach or to the mountains.
Calpe for us is quality of life.
Now let's do some shopping.
Hello.
Hello.
Tell me a little bit about the history of your shop.
Since 25 years I'm here, and in 2000 we bought the shop. We've been trying with the last years with hard work to offer high quality products and exclusive designs. Also, a very personalized progressive lenses. We are the first Verilux specialist in this area. Then we had to invest a lot of money to buy all these machines and all instruments. What happened when you go with low prices? The quality goes low as well. So at the end we bet on a good quality, which was al contrary what the rest of the shops did. The important thing is that you can explain it on their own language. So we speak 7 languages. Calpe is a beautiful place. The people are very friendly and very open to the foreigners. They accept us as a family. So you feel really like you're at home.
I moved here in 2006 with my parents because I have a business here. And in 2013, I set up the shop. I grew up in Malaga, moved here, went to school here, grew up here, everything, the Spanish typical life. A holiday at home. You work and then you finish, you go to the beach, to the swimming pool, you can go out and eat. It's the life to live.
So you like living here?
Yeah.
Tell us more about your shop. What is so unique about this place?
Even though it is a 24-hour shop, we just have regular, everyday, normal corner shop prices.
Would you go back to England?
No. No.
I came here in 1981 for a birthday party, and I just didn't go home. I met my husband and we got married last year after 25 years. Ooh. We do all sorts of beds here. We do bed linen as well. We like nice brands of bed, very good quality, and we've put a lot of importance onto our service. Apart from all the beds we do, we set up an association to bring people together. Our association is Make a Smile, and it helps children in care homes with food and other necessities. We're a registered charity. We've also set up a farm. We have 120 chickens up there producing 600 eggs a week. We farm the land for vegetables, and then those go into the care homes to help them feed themselves. It gives them a sense of pride to be able to do something for themselves as well. I just loved the ambience here. The Spanish people, they were very welcoming, and the whole town has grown. It's different now. We had an artisan's shop in those years, and we used to make leather belts and handbags, put designs on the front of them, and we used to even fix the holsters for the Guardia Civil when they were broken. So many more people now than was then, but it's still a vibrant community. We really love Calpe.
Paco, my father, and Pepe, my uncle, had their own business. My father dedicated always to the world of home amenities, and my uncle Pepe has a souvenir shop in Calpe. So in that time there was a poor service and low supply of products, and they were thinking about why not to create a business together to be able to cover any customer needs. Nowadays he's 32 years old, and then you can find any item for the home. We are 8 members of family. We are all together here, each one in every shop. We are going to continue this family legacy. We continue growing up with a furniture building. We wanted to improve our offer and specialization, creating in 2002 a center called Bricoitana, with the most extensive range of products. And finally, in 2005, because of the demands of customers, Aitana opened its 4th center called Centro Comercial Aitana.
Calpe lies within easy reach of Alicante and Valencia airports. To visit nearby towns and explore Calpe, you need a car.
Victoria Car Hire is a company we started about 50 years ago, seeing the necessity of people which were coming on holidays to move around and not depend on a bus or on the public transport. Imagine that you are a family coming on a holidays, you just want to be free. The best option is to hire a car. If you land at Alicante, if you land at the Valencia airport, you just hire a car over the internet, over the email, over the phone. Pick up the car at the airport, then you come down to Calpe. If you need to visit anything like Guadalest, you want to go to Terra Mítica, to any theme park, or you just want to visit the area, the best option is if you have a car hire. For the people which lives here or the ones which they come on holidays and they need to go back to their own countries, we do offer at Valencia and Alicante airport long and short-term parking services. It's a very simple procedure. The customer just go to our office, leave the car there, we drive them to the airport. On the way back, we meet them in our meeting point and we will drive them back again to our office. My parents were living here in Calpe. About 12 years ago, they've called me on a short holiday, and after 12 years, here I am.
Why did your parents choose Calpe?
Yeah, well, they fall in love with Calpe when they come through the tunnels and they saw these amazing views. So they decide to come and to set up their own business here.
It's a family business?
Yeah, it's a family business, and well, my mom and my father, they are working here, and I'm working here now too. We were the first official Toyota dealer here in the area. We offer, for example, mechanical issues and electricity, of course. And we have work and body painting too. And we are very specialized in the hybrid system.
So you're focusing on ecological part of automotive.
Yeah, that's the big point in Toyota. So we are very specialized in that. We service other garages with spare parts, and we have more than 30 years of experience. I really like Calpe. I'm from Calpe. I was born here. You can enjoy water sports here in the beach of Calpe, and then you have really close mountains. That's very, very nice.
International transactions can be challenging. Let's hear what the experts say.
Why are we here? Why are we not in your office? Why are we in this beautiful villa?
Well, we're in Spain, so I think for us we want to make sure that we show everybody the outside life.
So tell us about Infinity International.
Infinity International, we're a regulated currency exchange broker. Head office is in London. We are regulated by the FCA in London. All our clients belong to the London branch as such, and we provide a personal and professional service here on the Costa Blanca.
What about the security of the money?
Everything we do is through segregated bank accounts all through the UK, as covered by the FCA regulation. It means that the client's money essentially is more safe than sending it in a traditional way through a bank, because it never actually belongs to us or to a bank. So yeah, it's very, very safe.
And how long does it take once the exchange rate has been agreed for the money to get
the money to the clients within a day.
If you were buying a house, for example, for say 250,000, we will be able to save a client around 10,000 euros.
So Glenn, tell us, how is it to do business in Calpe?
Well, we're very lucky in Calpe because it is full of international people. There are international businesses, and we can deal for both people and businesses to help them save money on their currency exchange.
Jill, what about living in Calpe?
Oh, Calpe is a great place to live. My children went to school here, and I always felt very safe with them living here.
Calpe offers many different forms of accommodation. Let's have a look at two different options.
For 30 years, I was working with information technology.
I had a dream before I was 15, and that was start something else than the IT in Spain. Our bed and breakfast is an oasis in a crowded Calpe. People call this a second home. I'm very proud. In the last 7 years we won 6 times the Super Award for the best bed and breakfast in Spain.
Colina Home Resort, like for me, it's like a town inside a town that is called Calpe. It has its own government, own streets, own map. It's like wonderful. The guests are coming here because they are searching for the peace and for personal attitude, and like they feel that we are care for them. And then the views, yeah, they're beautiful. I just fell in love with Calpe. You can do many things here. It's like the very place to spend the vacations. We have 41 bungalows. Some bungalows have private swimming pools. Almost all the bungalows have a hot tub. We offer the accommodation, the restaurant part. We will start to organize small wedding parties.
Orobianco restaurant is an Italian restaurant. It's a gastronomic restaurant. The menu is created by Enrico Croatti, who has a Michelin star restaurant in Italy. We work together.
Let's explore culinary delights in Calpe.
It's a family business. My parents
came here in 1982. They built it up into what it is today, a very nice restaurant in Calpe. I think Costa Blanca today really is an image for Calpe. We've always tried to be the best, bringing out our own personality, making sure that the clients are always very happy, making them feel that they are on holiday, which really is the point that I think is very important here. Just not having a meal, but having an evening, something special to talk about.
So what is unique about this business? Tell us a little bit more.
I think unique is the variety. We work with a lot of nationalities, which we really enjoy. It means you have to be very flexible, give a lot of choice. I think the place is unique, the situation, it's close to a little port, the beach. I think one of the very important things in Calpe, first of all, is security. I mean, Calpe is a very nice, quiet place. Although there's a lot of tourists in summer, you never have the feeling of rush. And then another thing that I really like here is there is a very good fusion between old and young.
Nosotros venimos buscando desde Alicante, vamos subiendo pueblo tras pueblo y llegamos a Calpe y hay algo que nos dice, ¡pum!, que este es el sitio. Trabajar de camarero en el año 1989, solo 22 años, y me dicen que me haga cargo, junto con mi esposa, de dedicarme a lo que es este restaurante. Yo tengo que reconocer que en Calpe hay muy buenos restaurantes. ¿Por qué se diferencia el Andalucía entre los demás? Aparte de su cocina, por la ubicación donde está situado, estamos en el puerto pesquero, nos da la sombra del peñón y estamos casi anclados en la arena de la playa. Nuestra cocina es una cocina mediterránea, es una cocina donde podrás probar los arroces, pescados, mariscos, y es una cocina que es muy saludable. Yo lo que digo es que vengan, que lo visiten, porque Calpe no es solamente para vivirlo, es para disfrutarlo también. Aparte de sus playas, también tenemos las montañas, tenemos Horta, que si le gusta el senderismo, como por ejemplo una afición que yo tengo, que el senderista lo va a disfrutar muchísimo. Unas vistas impresionantes, panorámicas, y es un sitio donde te va a relajar mucho el estar aquí.
Why I'm here in Calpe? I had a very bad time. 6 years ago, I lost a lot of family members, I lost some friends, and then later I get the opportunity to manage a restaurant. We just bought a house because we really want to stay. You can do everything you want. If you like to go in the water, you want to go to the beach, you want to go shopping, everything is possible. The neat thing about the place, I think, is the terrace, because we are very lucky to have a lot of space. We have some meat, the black Angus, and that's top class.
Do you also have options for people that don't eat meat?
Yes, of course, we have a lot of fish, even the vegetarian, and we can make everything you want.
I arrived here 17 years ago. Very small town. It's grown. It's grown for me. I enjoy seeing the town grow. 7 of us, we got together and we've started a little charity. We've registered it. We raise money for the children of Emaus. They live in a small house in the town. And this summer we've sent them on summer camp. It gives them what the charity can't give. The charity gives them money for the soap, for the vegetables, for the food. But we give them a little bit more, that extra thing for the improvement of life. And I think all children deserve. I have a very big transient base of clients. If they all were here at one time, this would be the biggest, busiest bar in this town. I may be English, but my clientele are Belgian, German, French, Italian. I don't portray to be an English bar. You don't have the same story. You walk into most bars, it's the same people on the same chair doing the same thing. This is totally different.
To take care of your health, there are international medical specialists in Calpe.
I'm from Colombia. I study my degrees in Colombia. I went to Mexico to study my master's degree. I came for vacation here in Calpe, and I fell in love with this little town, or big right now. So I decided I want to open my clinic here, and my dream came true. At Odonto Smile Clinic, we do cosmetic dentistry, implant, and orthodontic treatments.
I met Nora 9 years ago, and during a workshop that I gave in Holland. And after that time, we met each other several times a year because we want to learn about cosmetic treatments. 5 years ago, we fell in love with each other.
Oh.
Yes.
Much later. Love and medicine.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, we were married. She is specialized in the body and mind, and I'm specialized in cosmetic treatments.
I like beautiful weather. I love the Spanish people. There wasn't any Dutch GP in Calpe, so I decided for Calpe. Okay. But I love Calpe because I think it has a lot of positive things here. The weather is always the same in the Costa Blanca. Of course, it's beautiful, but Calpe has beautiful beaches. Okay. It's beautiful shopping area, also restaurants, and yeah, it's really
How
nice.
do you feel living here as foreigners?
It's a very international environment. There are many different people here, and so it's great to live here. Enjoy life here. That's very important. Enjoy the sunshine. Try to live a healthy life. Don't drink too much alcohol here, because I see that happening a lot. I love the anti-aging aspect. What about lifestyle? How do people eat? It's a healthy food or not? How do they exercise? Do they exercise enough or maybe too much? I'm looking at the whole person. When I started working 30 years ago as a GP, as doctor, I'm in menopause. Please, can you help me? In the meantime, I've got 30 years of experience treating women for their hormone deficiencies in a natural way.
I do the cosmetic treatments. I treat people with Botox and hyaluronic acids, fillers. Most people think that's not natural, but if you do it in a natural way, nobody will see it. And you look better, and you feel better.
We're just passing over the spine to check to see if there's any nerve interference in the neck. And there is. So it's our vision and mission of Vida Plena Chiropractic Center to check and adjust when necessary the vertebral subluxation.
Which is?
The vertebral subluxation is when a vertebrae or a bone of the spine moves out of its correct alignment with the one above or the one below, causing a narrowing of the hole for the nerve and interfering between the communication between the brain and the body. So my wife is Peruvian, and that's the link to Peru, where we do the charity work with the children in Peru. And that's something which we're trying to work and strive towards bringing here, especially working with autistic children and children with neurological problems, because that is where our speciality is in. The community here is fantastic.
How so?
It's a family-based community, so you've got many schools in the area. There are lots of children, there are parks, there are obviously lots of things for kids to do, and I'm a family man. I hope my wife and kids are here. Emma also, the secretary, has her kids here too, and I like that aspect of it. I like that, that's for me, and that is Calpe for me.
Costa Blanca.